person, and I feel like our moral obligation as a person is to be human. Because we often, I talked about this before, we often see people below us, above us, beside us, next to us, and we often compare each other's struggles like it's some kind of game. And when I was saying I'm going to do this panel, one of my homeboys asked me, hey, are you nervous? And I'm like, I'm not nervous because I know the only one above me is my God. And I know that absolutely no one is below me. And I feel like as a people, we subconsciously put in our minds that a group of people are below us. You see people walking across the street, having their pants sagging, maybe smoking something that they shouldn't, be smoking. We often put them below us as if they're thugs, as if they're street urchins, as if I hear this all the time. I see people downing our youth, and some even older people who do this behavior. I hear a lot of people downing them, like they're not human. Like we haven't went through struggles before in our lives. And some people's struggles are worse than others, but that's because of the situations they've been in our lives, in their lives. And I'm glad that I've had a loving mother who has put me in situations where I don't have to feel like I have to do things I should need to do to stay up in life. And I feel like our moral obligation as people is just to make sure we're human. Because I know my mom loves me more than anyone else in the world. But that's what's up. But when she gets on me about things that I'm not supposed to be doing, and she's my mother, so obviously she has more of an authoritative figure, it gets on my nerves. Because I don't want to hear about what I'm doing is completely wrong. No one does, right? And especially not the people out on the street. So imagine one of us, someone that they don't even know, coming up to them and saying, what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing, you shouldn't be supposed to be doing. Why are you doing this? How are they going to feel? They're going to feel like, oh, I don't want to hear this man talking about. I don't want to hear what she's talking about. Because they don't know you. You don't know who they are on the inside. They know you don't know who they are on the inside. So the next time someone else comes to them with a more open look, with a more reasonable look, with a more helpful look, they're going to see them and be like, nah, he's just going to be like the other guy. He's just going to be like the other guy looking at me, shaming me, telling me what I'm doing is wrong and not providing any solutions.
That's
so
right.
I feel like our moral obligation as a people is to understand that we're all people. To not be a hypocrite, because we've all been through tough times in our lives. We've all been through times in life when we don't feel like we want to get out of bed. We all feel like we don't want to get in bed. We all feel like we don't want to wake up the next day because of what happened this day. We all feel like sometimes life isn't worth it. And those feelings might last days, weeks, years, or might even last a second, but we all go through something in our lives. And I feel like shaming other people because what they've gone through in their lives hit them harder than what we've gone through in our lives isn't helping anyone. So our moral obligation as a people is just to remember we're all people. We're all humans. No one's above